Kamala Harris, why is she in my DM? Huh? She stay in my DM. Oh, y'all be thinking I'm playing. I'm not playing. Kamala Harris. She in my DM, bitch.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode. Oh, hold on, let me stop this. Okay, there we go. Welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AC2. And yes, I'm your boy AC2. How everybody doing? How everybody feeling? How everybody living today? What's up, everybody? What's up, Nubian? What's up, Poetic? What's up, Beauty for Ashes? What's up, Miss Kitty? Could you don't fail me now? What's up, Raina? How you doing? What's up, Wanda? Shout out to all my AC2ers. What's up, Mary D? Thank you for being here. What's up, She Show Out Media? Thank you for being here. Ronnie, what's up? We just getting started. I feel a little naked, like I ain't got no clothes on. I don't know. Let me put on my lanyard that I got from the YouTube event. You know, when you a boss, you get invited to these YouTube events. What's up, Kiki? How you doing? Thank you for being here. What's up, everybody? So today we're going to get into Jason Lee. Basically, now he didn't throw Kanye under the bus. I don't want to clickbait y'all or anything like that. But remember, Kanye has this accuser named Lauren who was like his assistant. And, you know, Kanye tried to downplay it like it wasn't true. But Jason Lee was all like, oh, no, that was the go-to lady. Whenever we needed to talk to Kanye, we would talk to her. So he's kind of revealing some things. And also, we're going to talk about this beef between Marlon Wayans and and DJ Vlad. Here's the thing about VladTV. Why are black people, why are you colored folks still going on VladTV? We got to ask the question, y'all. Like, do y'all not realize like this man is literally throwing our people under the bus, asking them certain questions? It was kind of like when Michael Blackson was interviewed by VladTV and he was trying to throw Monique under the bus. Well, he was interviewing Ari Spears, out of all people, and he was trying to get Ari Spears caught up to say some stuff about Marlon Wayans. Now, he did say some stuff about Sean Wayans, but he was trying to get him to say some stuff about Marlon as well, too. And yeah, he didn't fall for it. He did not fall for it. So shout outs for that, but Ari Spears is still... His career ain't never going to get back on point. His career, his peak was Mad TV. Ari Spears ain't going to get booked. He talking about he doing comedy shows. Where? Can anybody in the chat tell me an Ari Spears joke? Tell me an Ari Spears joke right now. Can you tell me one? We don't even need to do a 30-second countdown, but can anyone in the chat tell me an Ari Spears joke? I can't tell you a joke, but I like when he played Bobby Brown on Mad TV. With him and Deborah Wilson, that's the only time. But other than that, I never heard of an Ari Spears joke and was like, First of all, I didn't even really know that he did stand-up. I thought he was just on... I thought he was just on Mad TV, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know that he did stand-up. But anyway, you know VladTV like to strike people, especially black people. So I can only play you guys the audio. But the title was already shady, y'all. Here's the thing. The title was very shady. So the title is Ari Spears reacts to Marlon Wayans asking for $40K plus 30% revenue for VladTV interview. So to set it up, VladTV wanted to interview Marlon. Now, I don't know if this is after he did his Pride Month photo shoot. Maybe that's why he asked him for an interview. But basically, Vlad is sharing this information with Ari Spears. First of all, Why are you sharing it with Aries Spears? I don't understand that. And then secondly, if he doesn't want to do business with you, then he doesn't want to do business with you. Just like Monique read the contract, and I forgot what the word was, but basically they own the rights to do whatever they want to with the video. So when Monique had looked over it after, she did her interview with Vlad, they're like, oh, we want some money for this, because basically you can reuse this, chop it up the way you want to. And I honestly think Marlon would have did it for free, but because the way Vlad works in his response to everyone, this is why he acted the way he did. And was like, oh no, I need 40K and then 30% from it. Because honestly, Marlon probably didn't really want to do it. But let's go ahead and listen to what Aries Spears had to say. Yes, perpetuity. Yes, that's the word. And I just butchered it. But here we go. You ready?
Well, speaking of the Wayans, I'm actually going to break this little story here for the first time.
Perpetuity.
We reached out to Marlon Wayans about doing an interview. And he had to speak to his person who, coordinates this stuff. Do you know how much they asked for a Marlon Wayans interview?
I can't wait to hear it.
$40,000 plus 30% of all future revenue.
This is the part where I'm going to show a lot of growth, because once upon a time ago, I would have just like a chainsaw went and let my mouth run. And it probably puts me in positions that I shouldn't or don't want to be in. So I'm going to take this moment to grow as a human being and back out of this.
Well, I'm not going to back out of it. So basically...
So right there, Aries was all like, I'm going to back out of it. Because technically, it had nothing to do with him. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to back out of this. So knowing that, Aries knew he was in for some shit. Because Vlad was like, I'm not going to back out of it. And so he decided to still run his big ass mouth and talk about Marlon.
And me and him would DM sometimes. I remember I told him his last stand-up was great and everything else like that. And I basically hit him. I was like, my man, I'd rather you say that you just don't fuck with me, rather than give me this stupid-ass number like this. Because there's nobody on earth that will pay you $40,000 for an interview, much less 30% on top of that. And he's like, y'all just work it out and everything. At one point, we even got on the phone, because I was basically like, this is a fuck you number.
Let me ask you.
This is a fuck you number.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Here's my question. Had you done it, do you honestly, in your gut and in your head, think that the juice would have been worth the squeeze? And before you answer that, let me say this. Before you answer, if you had somebody AI your voice,
yeah.
It was a cartoon of Trump,
yes,
and it was somebody imitating Trump.
Right.
If they said to you $40,000 to actually get Trump right after the shooting, so much so that when you interview him, he's got the patch on.
Yeah.
That juice is worth the squeeze, is it not?
Yes.
Okay. So if you did pay Marlon $40,000 in your mind,
plus 30%,
in your mind, in your gut, is that juice worth the squeeze?
Absolutely not.
Now we could be wrong.
Now, here's the thing, and I think Aries is missing the point. Again, like I said in the beginning, the reason why he made that astronomical amount is because he doesn't want to do the interview. He obviously was basically saying, F you, I'm not going to do it. That's basically what he's saying. But we're going to go ahead and let it ride out.
The interview of the millennium.
Listen,
I'm just saying, do you really go, yo, this right here, this is some Barbara Walters shit.
I had to break it down to him and say, look, if you look at your recent interviews, doing shows like I do, like the Breakfast Club, you get about 300,000 views. That's a few $1,000s in YouTube revenue. There's not a person on earth that will pay you this. In fact, my last Breakfast Club interview that I did got more than twice as many views as his.
Right.
And when I talked to him, he's like, listen, I was involved in this. I'm like, listen, you have people speak on your behalf. In fact, before we went forward with this negotiation, I said, is this person representing you? And you said yes. I said, this is the equivalent, Marlon, of me hitting you up and saying, hey, I've got a comedy show. I want you to do a 1 hour set. I'll pay you $100. And I want a piece of your future shows as well.
Listen, man, after the Shannon Sharp interview with Cat Williams, if Cat were to say to people, I want what you just said,
yes,
40,000, 30%.
Cat Williams is 40,000. Marlon Wayans is not Cat Williams.
But the proof would have been in the pudding. How he set the internet ablaze.
Yes.
How Club Shay did the biggest numbers ever.
Right.
So you can't argue that if the guy goes, I want 40 grand plus whatever, well, look what he just did.
Yes.
So you take that gamble, hoping that lightning strikes twice.
Listen.
It may not, but you take that gamble.
It won't. Because here's the
let me let it finish. It's almost over.
At the end of the day, and this is why I went so hard and people are calling me a hater.
You are.
Shannon Sharp was basically on the show saying he made more money with the Cat Williams interview than any year in the NFL. And he was showing how he made like $2 million in the NFL or whatever. And he was saying that he made millions of dollars. And I said, this is ridiculous. He didn't make millions of dollars off this video based on the views, and people are calling me a hater. And I wasn't hating, but nobody knows YouTube better than I do. I've been doing it for 16 years. I am the first generation on YouTube. And the problem is with...
all right, I had enough. He's just whining and complaining. Okay, let's work backwards for a minute. So regarding the Shannon Sharp issue, what's up, everybody coming in the chat? Please hit that like button. It says we only got 20 likes in here. So yeah, we need to get that like button up. All right, so going with the Shannon Sharp interview, right? Let's go ahead and knock that off with Cat Williams. Now, I believe when Shannon Sharp had gave the number, you got to remember, Shannon Sharp has backing. He has a team of people. Also, that interview just wasn't on YouTube. Again, he's looking at YouTube. No, that thing went viral. Shannon put that on Facebook, TikTok, well, his team. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the social media platforms. So when you chop up those clips and with multiple different interviews, mind you, the big stars, they don't have the regular RPMs like we have. You know, they're not getting $2 every per 1,000 views. They're getting a large sum of money. And I learned something when I went to that YouTube event. You know, I got to show off my lantern. When I went to that YouTube event, even though subscribers aren't looked at like, you know, that doesn't equate to you making more money. When you do have more subscribers, I was told your RPM does go up. So your rate for every 1,000 views, that actually goes up. Now, again, with him hating on the whole Cat Williams, Shannon Sharp, it's really none of your business. You know, it's really none of your business, and you don't have that kind of interview to even compare it. So how would you know how much he actually made? You never had a video that went that viral. That sounds like some hater shit, literally. What did Couture make? Vlad doesn't have a Cat Williams type of interview. Let's be honest. Exactly. You don't have a Cat Williams kind of interview to even say, oh yeah, I made this much, I made that much. And don't forget, even though his videos, what's up, Jekyll? Even though his videos aren't live talking about Shannon Sharp, he premieres them. You know, when I do a premiere and you guys go like, AT2, are you there? No, I'm not there. It's a premiere. You can still send super chats on those premieres. So just imagine the fan funding also on top of the ad revenue for that video. He's making bank. And of course, Vlad, all like, oh, well, how can he make this much money? And all, it's none of your business how much money he made. If he said he made more money than he ever did while he was playing football, that's what he said. And granted, even if Shannon Sharp is lying about he made so much money, it's a fact that he made money. Like, even if it wasn't $2 million, $10 million, if say like Shannon Sharp said he made $10 million or whatever, right? I think his highest salary was around $7 million, but yearly. But say if he made $10 million or whatever, right? Even if he didn't make $10 million per se, he still made money. So does it really matter? Does it matter about the number? Now going back, the reason why Vlad will never have like a Cat Williams interview is because of who he is. Literally, people know that you're a culture vulture. People literally know that you work with the feds. People literally know you don't give a damn about anybody, and then you pull slick moves like this to get other black people to bash black people. You don't see how that's a problem? And I know I got a lot of criticism because somebody, basically my words were misconstrued, and they basically took it like, oh, white people can't watch black content creators or anything like that. No, that's not what I'm saying. They have a right to their opinion and they can enjoy the content. What I specifically called out is messy people like a VladTV who's from Ukraine. And when they get in the mess and try to get black people to fight, that's what I have a problem with. You're allowed to have your opinion, but when you're literally cash apping black people to attack each other, or you're in the mess and trying to get them to fight each other, that's what I have a problem with. And this is what VladTV does. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying now. I had to get serious for a minute. That's what my problem is. So I already clarified it, and I don't want to have to clarify it again. You hear me? All right, moving on. Loud and clear. You know, I gotta tell these people, they be trying to misconstrue my words, and I'll be all like, no, that's not what I said. Or maybe you didn't understand me clearly. Let's be clear. You know, I like to be clear, so we're gonna be clear. Anyway, loud and clear. Anyway, so again, Aries all like, well, if you interviewed Trump after, if you interviewed Trump after, you know, he got popped or whatever, blah, 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 that would have been a big thing. Okay, yeah, of course that would have been a big interview. But again, like I went to my original point, the reason why he gave you that astronomical number, or a number, that was a number basically saying F you. That's what that number was. That number was something to say F you. Of course, he knows that you're not making 40,000 and stuff like that. But again, your contract says you can do whatever with the footage. That's what Vlad's contract says. He can do whatever with the footage, and you know, he owns the rights to it and all this other stuff. So you basically do an interview, and then he might pay you 5,000. I did hear he pays between 5,000 to 10,000 for an interview. So yeah, you basically do that. He can chop it up. You know, he does flashback interviews too. So he'll take a clip from 10 years ago and re-upload it like it's something new. So yeah, he's literally still making money off of you. Mind you, he has a website. So he can put this on his website. He got a Spotify, put it on his Spotify. Like, this is going everywhere. So yeah, I'm going to want some money. Like, it's just not going on YouTube. It's going everywhere, and you gonna make tons of money off of me? Nah. You know, no thank you. And have me looking like a fool? I don't blame Marlon. So rightfully so, that was about 7 days ago when he did that whole video with Ari Spears. That was, no, 9 days ago, you guys. And so finally, Marlon got tired of it and lit him up on Twitter. So let's go ahead and look at it. He said, hey, DJ Vlad, my entire community is allergic to you. You a gluten-ass MFer. Then he says, this guy, DJ Vlad TV, looked like a transitional moment in Michael Jackson's black and white video. He black, he white, it's tough for you to beat. Yeah, yeah. And so then he clowned him about, I didn't know Vlad got a hair transplant. He invested. Let me tell you how Vlad got popping before we read this. How Vlad got popping was that Rick Ross had his people beat his ass. And then Rick Ross got sued and had to pay him. And that's how he got off the ground with VladTV and stuff like that. Y'all didn't know that, right? He said, hey, DJ Vlad, how you go from this to this? I did not know he had him a little hair transplant. And then he said, Turkey, you know, because that's where everybody going to get their hair transplant in Turkey. Let me know. Did you guys know that he had a hair transplant? Yes or no? What's up, CJ? Yeah, Boosie be on there. Boosie should... Listen, we can't help little Boosie at all. Right. And Boosie been to jail as well too recently. Remember he got arrested in California? Right. Vlad sues. Yeah, but he got that hair transplant though. He hasn't been on there lately. I thought I've seen something recently. Okay, I take that back. But yeah, but he be on there way too much. So anyway, Marlon continues, and trust me, there's more tweets, but this is the last one I'm gonna do. He says, "See, DJ Vlad, this is the moment you've been begging for. I asked you to leave me alone, let it go, but you want to kick a bee's nest. You can't compete with me, bro. I am a legend." He said, "I am legend," all caps. And occasionally I'll come off my throne to spar with the peons like you. Keep going. There's levels to this ish. So yeah, Marlon want that smoke. He said, "I keep asking you to leave me alone, but you keep bothering me." And Vlad is so mad that he decided not to do this interview. When someone says no, they say no. That's it. Why should he do an interview with you? And maybe Marlon knew that you was full of shit, so that's why. I bet you Marlon probably does interviews for free. Hold on, let's see if we can get an interview with Marlon. Hold on. This probably goes to a spam, but hell, why don't we try live right now? Hold on, y'all. Let's go ahead and try. See. Me. Oh, he has to give me an invite. Okay. He has one of those. Okay. Hey, Marlon. What should I say, y'all? I respect what you are doing as far as protecting your energy. Vlad has used the black community for profit and does not care about us. Please keep your foot on his thick ass neck. Thank you. AT2. Listen, let's try to get us an interview with Marlon, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Thank you. Hit that like button. I appreciate that. All right. So let's see if he responds. Oh, you know what? I didn't check his IG story. I wonder, did he say anything on there? No, he didn't say anything on his IG story. Okay. Vlad knew Cameron from back in the... Vlad knew Cameron from back in the 90s. Marlon is too funny, and who the heck is VladTV? Vlad was trash to me when he wouldn't apologize to Farrakhan. He trust me, Vlad does not care. He does not care. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. You know, it's true. He doesn't care. Speaking of not caring, Jason Lee. Oh, well, before we go to Jason Lee, let me ask whose side you on. Are you on Marlon's side or are you on DJ Vlad's side? Let's do a 30-second countdown real quick and go ahead and take a vote.
Kamala Harris, why is she in my DM? Huh? She stay in my DM. Oh, y'all be thinking I'm playing. I'm not playing. Kamala Harris. She in my DM, bitch.
Oh, a lot of people ask me what's this cup. It's from Universal Studios. I might try to go this weekend. Who in LA trying to go? I might try to go again. Marlon, yeah, of course Marlon, right? Yeah, everybody's saying Marlon. Yeah, he won. All right. So we're going to move on to Jason Lee. Like I said, Jason Lee did not throw Kanye under the bus, but he was sticking up for the accuser. Now, if you guys don't know, Kanye is being sued for sexual harassment. His former assistant, basically said he was sending her inappropriate messages. Remember he said his D is racist and all this weird stuff that he was saying. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I believe some of it. Now, because Kanye's just a weirdo, y'all. When are we going to admit that Kanye's a weirdo? I know some of y'all are in a trance about Kanye, but looking at that girl, and I should have had a picture of her, but y'all remember how she looked? She got the big old boom booms and the big, looked like a Kim Kardashian knockoff, just like his current wife, Bianca Censuri, looks like a knockoff. Come on now. We got to be honest about some stuff. We got to be honest. So I wouldn't say it's too far-fetched. And remember, Jason, well, maybe you don't know this. Jason had revealed that Bianca and the girl who's suing were like cool. They lived in the same apartment building. And then the time that Jason was working with Kanye, he wasn't with Bianca. So he can kind of see how, all right, well, the Lauren girl wasn't really feeling him. Let me go move on to Bianca now. Because, yeah, she's easy. So we're going to go ahead and take a listen to it. I'm going to skip this part.
They work with. Tried to leak what I was doing as a way of, making people question my attention. So I released my own statement. And Ye was pissed about that, but like I told him, I need to operate in black and white. I don't operate in gray, even though I know gray is one of his favorite colors when it comes to, the Yeezy world. But, in the Jason Lee world, I like things to be black and white. Milo just seems like a cloud chaser. And unfortunately, Ye is not going to do anything to control it. Well, I don't know if you know about Milo's background, but he had made some very messed up comments about sex with minors and statutory rape and stuff like that he did. Milo did. Right. Which is why he was actually fired from Breitbart and all this other stuff. Right.
Real quick, I want to talk about this real quick. So the Milo dude is the one that's saying that the doctors is supplying Kanye with laughing gas and stuff like that. I kind of skipped ahead of that part. But now that they're talking about it, let's address it real quick. Yeah. So before he started working with Kanye, he was known for saying that being a PDF file is okay in certain circumstances. And he just has like this really weird obsession and fetish. And the dude is sick. Mind you, Kanye hired him to be a part of his campaign. Just like the Nick Fuentes guy, who is a known racist and says that he does not like color people, but Kanye had him working. Kanye always has weird people around him. This is why I don't take my foot off of Kanye's neck, because he's literally stupid. But let's continue.
He like a pro-Trumper, right? Or pro-MAGA? I don't know what the hell he is. I think so. I'm not quite sure. Yeah. But there's definitely some what they call PDF file comments. But see, and then this goes back to, again, not really understanding what was going on in Ye's mind with rebuilding his team after we all left, because the people he had were really solid. I mean, he had a really good team of people who were there. And now he's in this whole lawsuit with his former assistant, Lauren, who was a great girl, by the way. And who was probably a better assistant than a lot of the people that I've ever seen in life. This is the white girl, correct? With the body, beautiful body.
Oh, I gotta look that up.
She's literally the don't judge a book by its cover. Because when you talk to her, when you see her move and how she works, she's really solid, and she was super loyal to Ye. The thing that I hate about watching her go through what she's going through is she's super non-problematic. And she became the one-point person for all of us to Ye, because he decided to become a ghost one day and said that ghosts can't be seen or heard, so nobody could reach him. He changed his number, and only Lauren could talk to him, so we had to call.
So basically, Jason is saying that's the go-to man, or the go-to girl. Kanye said that. Let me show my face when I say this. Kanye said that he's a ghost, and so they had to talk through her to get to him and set up conversation. If I can't talk to my boss or the person I'm working for directly, I wouldn't want to work there. And especially if they talking about they're a ghost. And the thing is, Kanye says the craziest things, and people be all like, he's such a genius. I'm sorry, I spit. He's such a genius. He's a genius. A genius or crazy? All right, y'all call it what you want to.
Lauren to talk to him. So a conversation with Ye would be me calling Lauren, Lauren calling Ye, Ye telling Lauren what to tell me, Lauren calling me, and then me telling Lauren to call Ye. And that would go on for several months. Even when he moved to Japan, that was happening. So to see Lauren going through it is just crazy.
So do you believe that he sexually harassed Lauren?
You know, I saw that. I can say that I never witnessed that. Every time I witnessed them together, it was professional. But think about this. His entire world was managed by this one person and all the craziness going on. So if Meta was taking down his Instagram, I was dealing with her on Instagram to get the Instagram back. If the divorce attorneys wanted to track him down to talk to him about court with Kim, she had to facilitate all the accounting, photos. I mean, she literally was the gatekeeper. So I know she worked closely with him. I know that Bianca, his girl, lived in her apartment building. So they used to be cool, I believe. And then he would then go to her house while she was at her house. I mean, it became this really crazy relationship. But I don't know. I didn't see Ye sexually, harass her.
So was Bianca around when you were working with him?
I never saw her, but they were cool.
Okay,
they were friends, the neighbors.
Yeah, I guess. As an employer who has like a dozen or so employees, I would not hire someone to look like Lauren.
Why?
Just because it seems like you're just asking for problems. You know what I mean?
But here's where I would argue. Here's where I'll push back. Listen. If you go down her Instagram page, right, and you look at her beauty and her body and all of that, yes, you can look at her and it's easy to objectify her or sexualize her that way because it's a very visual experience on social media. But when I tell you how hard this woman worked, how articulate and smart she is, how she protected him in many ways.
Okay, let me stop it right there. Vlad, I will say this. I don't agree with Vlad all the time. But it is interesting that he picked like this girl. And mind you, the girl that's suing Kanye for harassment, she was an OnlyFans model. So it's interesting that he picked this girl to be his right-hand man, and she was an OnlyFans model. Now, I'm pretty sure there was somebody else that he could choose, but why did he choose her? That's where it gets tricky. Like, all right, well, what was her qualifications that you knew of, or what drew you to her? Like, how did you know this girl? How did you find her? Was it through OnlyFans? Yes, Katorbe, he has a pee addiction. That is true. So that kind of feeds into the narrative. Like, yeah, he was trying to get, fulfill some fantasies. He said, Ludacris, let me know what your fantasy. Let me know what your fantasy. I agree. OF girls need jobs too. And I'm not OF shaming. I just want to be clear. Let's be clear. I'm not OF shaming. But if you see the girl and the way she looks, that's Kanye's type. That is his type. So it's very interesting how, out of all the people, he picked her.
I would call and want to get information to do what I needed to do. And there were like crazy things were happening at the time. You had Kris Jenner, you had a lot of craziness going on. Okay. Imagine Kanye West, just with a camera, this one. Kanye West
a cultural icon who is a loose cannon on social media with millions of followers going up against the Kardashian clan. Like, you can't even get enough Wheaties in your system to deal with that shit, right? But then Lauren is like the referee, gatekeeper, all of this and that. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's fair to look at her and say well, you said you wouldn't hire her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, well, that's a personal choice. But she's very professional. I'm not saying she's not. And it's not that people are just randomly objectifying her. I mean, she got her whole body done, and she puts her whole body out. I got my body done.
Thank you, Monique.
This body right here is brand new. I paid for this.
Okay, Jason then starts talking about his body, and we don't want to know about that. But yeah, it seemed like she was very coherent. She knew how to do her job. Very professional. But again, did her talent get her hired, or did her looks get her hired? Because he wanted something more. And again, we don't know for a fact, but I can see this case being settled. That's what I honestly think that's going to happen. I think this case is going to be settled. Because Kanye wants this thing to go away. Especially in a world where Diddy and everybody else is going down. He don't want this to go away. And I'm not saying Kanye did anything to the girl, right? I'm not going to say he did anything to the girl, but it doesn't look good. If Jason Lee is vouching for the girl and saying, you know, she's a great worker and everything like that, you can't deny that. You can't deny that. Because it doesn't matter what your history is beforehand, right? It doesn't matter what your history is or what you've done before. If you can do the job, you can do the job. So if you have people that can vouch for her that she was on top of her job, it's going to be hard for you. That's what I'm thinking. It's going to be very hard for Kanye. Especially if those messages, like in the lawsuit, were real. Yeah, it's going to be very hard because that's your boss sending you those weird messages. I mean, that's proof enough right there, if we're going to be honest. But definitely let me know what you guys think about it. Like, do you think that she has a case or whatnot? Like, what do you guys think? I definitely think that she might have, well, I mean, she does have a case because she has a lawsuit, but the probability of winning, I feel like it's going to be high. If people around Kanye was saying that she was a good worker and she's a great person, yeah. And if she doesn't have any other shady, shady business going on, like, is this one thing is if she's an ambulance chaser, not necessarily this is not an injury, but is she somebody who just looks for lawsuits? As crazy as Yee is, he doesn't have a problem attracting women. Jason Lee doesn't know. He worked with Yee for a short period. Yee is not going to be committed long-term to any team. Right. And I think that's also a problem too, because according to Jason Lee, he has like different people in and out. He doesn't have like a solid team of people that's been with him forever. It may come to a settlement. Melanie, I agree. I'm thinking it's probably going to come to a settlement. But I just found that very interesting because I still feel like Jason Lee, he either really didn't work that closely with Kanye, or two, I feel like Jason Lee really wasn't doing his job. It's just so weird how we forget, like, yeah, Jason Lee did work with him, Jason Lee said with him, I say for him, but with him, and what was his actual job? Like, we never understood what his job was. Because remember, Kanye was all like, yeah, you got people around you who want to buy, clothes and stuff like that. And he was calling out Jason Lee. just wanted to be buying clothes and stuff like that. Couture, you're right about that. Definitely a clout chasing. He was fired for stealing. Chelsea wrote he was a thief in her book. Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't read her book, but that's what happened? Wow. That's what Chelsea said, Jason Lee, not us. Chelsea said you was stealing. Ooh. Ooh, some shit. Dang. You know, I have nothing against Chelsea, but something tells me don't hire no Chelsea. Don't hire Chelsea. She gonna tell your business. You gonna be in some shit. Shout out to Chelsea. She just had a baby and everything like that. But yeah, don't hire her as your assistant. Obviously ain't working out. But anyway, you guys, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys already haven't. I appreciate every single one of y'all for being here. This has been a great show. Let me know what you think about the whole Kanye thing. Let me know what you think about VladTV and this culture vulture and this Marlon Wayans situation. Please let me know. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. But we out of here. Deuces, everybody.